Hi everyone, I'm Jay. It's good to see you again. A little bit of a different intro here, as this is the 11th guide I have done for the iRacing TCR virtual challenge, and I just want your feedback. So in the comments underneath after watching this video, just let me know how you feel about the guides, where you think they can be improved, anything that you think needs taken out, and just how much they've helped you. Hopefully with your feedback we can keep improving these videos, making it easier for you lot not just to learn, but also for newcomers to come in and feel confident racing the series. Thank you. I look forward to seeing your comments, but enough of me speaking about this. Let's crack straight on with today's guide. After half a century's worth of events on public roads were brought to an abrupt halt in 1970, Autodromo Internazionale del Mugello was constructed in 1973 and opened a year later to bring premier racing events back to the area. It quickly became host to major sports car events, lower level open wheel series and Grand Prix motorcycle racing, for which it has hosted the Italian Motorcycle Grand Prix for the past 30 years. In the COVID-19 impacted 2020 World Drivers' Championship, it hosted the series for the first time with the Tuscan Formula 1 Grand Prix. After speeding down the long front straightaway and battling around 15 high-speed corners, you will become addicted to racing on this circuit located amongst the Tuscan hills and country. All laps you see today use the fixed setup with the percentage of brake bias decreased for an increase in rotation of the car. It's a personal preference, so set your bias to whatever you are most comfortable with. Use the timestamps in the video to navigate the guide and to view the laps you want to watch. After the guide, keep a watch out for a free hosted practice session that appears around 4 PM UK time. I hope the guide helps, and fingers crossed, I will see you in some officials. Like the content? Throw the video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications and share. Thumbs ups and likes help spread the video around the algorithm and recommends them to users similar to your amazing selves. In the video description below, click the links and follow the content we stream on Twitch, as well as joining in Discord and following on Twitter/X. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. If you think the track looked great just from watching that, just wait until you actually get yourselves on here and start driving. Tight bend at San Donato, turn 1 is the first after the start, and it's also the slowest corner of the track. When we get to the 100 line, that is when you are going to need to brake. You need to brake down into third gear. As you hit the apex, on some laps, you can go down to second just to give yourselves that little bit of advantage going up that slight bit of elevation. As you are in a front wheel drive car, I won't recommend straying too far to the left on the exit, instead trying to get over to the right hand side for turn 2 as soon as possible. A slight lift and slight tap of the brakes to get some rotation going right over the two little panels in the car. Get to the middle of the track, lift again and do the same on the other side. You can use quite a bit of curb here, but try not to get your right wheels off of the white, green and red, or that will be an off track. Turns 4 and 5, Materazzi and Borgo-San are very similar to 2 and 3, although the turns are not as tight. Braking at or just before the 50 marker, it's like I said, treat this exactly the same as turn 2 and turn 3, and you can just sweep the car through and once again take quite a bit of the curb on exit, but don't take too much because once again, feel like a parrot here, but you will get yourself an off track. Where this little building is just past the gate and the fence is where you want to be braking for Casanova. No, it's not named after me. These are sets of corners that will catch you out if you do not take the correct line, so cut a little bit of the curb, get yourself over to the right as soon as you can. That in turn will open up number 7 for you and it will allow you to carry more speed through. Unlike me there, you can take a little bit of the exit curb, but get yourself once again to the left for the first of 2 Arrabbiatas. A fair amount of lift will help your car rotate, but you can go back on the throttle surprisingly early. Using as much of that exit curb as you can, open up the second part of Arrabbiata, a slight lift before applying the throttle back on extremely patiently, and you have completed one of my favourite sets of corners in the entire circuit. Unfortunately, I can't really say the same for turn 10. About a car's length after the little path just there is where you're going to be braking hard and heavily for a little bit, and what you need to do is treat this once again just like turns 2 and 3, apart from this time you're doing it the opposite way around, right turn followed by the left. Once again, you can use quite a bit of the curb, but try not to go too far over the green, white and red, or once again it's another off track. Not too many corners left, but starting with this hairpin 100 board is where you are going to be braking. Once you get onto that apex, you need to hug that apex. Be very patient with your throttle before you put it all the way down, as this is a corner that will catch you out and throw you wide onto the grass if you apply that pressure too soon. You don't have to worry too much about getting too far to the right before tackling the chicane of Biandetti. Turns 13 and 14 contain curbs that you can clip quite a bit of the inside. Once again, the usual rule of don't go too far over the white, green or red, as this time if you cut too much, slowdowns are involved. Guesstimate where the 75 part of these boards would be, and you need to use the age-old adage of TCR, slow in but fast out. Hug that apex as quickly as you can, and when you feel comfortable, floor it. Literally floor it. This is one of those corners once again where you can accelerate out a little bit earlier than you'd expect. You can use a lot of the curbing on the exit, but your main aim here is to try and get onto that throttle as soon as possible and win whatever drag race you are part of, or if you're in the middle of the race, get right up behind someone and potentially overtake them when you get back to San Donato. See? That wasn't too bad, was it? And if you're driving the Audi, in the fixed especially, I think you're going to love it here. Speaking of, here comes an Audi lap now for those who are going to be driving it this week. As you can see, quite a few differences in the gears taken for these corners compared to what you have just seen. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe and check out the rest of the content on the channel, especially the F1 Manager 24 stuff I've been putting up recently. Just to remind you of the request made right at the start of the video, if you have any feedback at all, please feel free to chuck it in the comment section underneath. Check the discords underneath in the video description, especially the TCR cord, and hopefully we'll get to see you in not just a practice session after this video, but in the officials all through the week. Thank you again, take care of yourselves, and most importantly, please make sure you take care of each other.